Hello, world. Welcome to Onside Takes. I'm your host, Caden. Joining me are my co-hosts, Tim
Hey.
and Caleb.
Yo.
It's post-Superbowl week, everybody. And unfortunately, our last episode of the season. Very sad, very sad.
Boo.
I know. But we're going to go out with a bang, talking about the game, and our thoughts on it. We will then, at the end of the episode, talk about our plans for next season. Let's jump right into it. A little bit of a spice up, right? We're gonna talk about the game, but also the award ceremony that was held for the regular season. First up, MVP of the regular season went to Josh Allen.
Let's go. Fuck yes, Josh Allen.
This is
Absolutely.
the
Did you
most
have like
garbage
money
damn
line for
award of all fucking
Jaden Daniels
time.
to get it or something? Like,
I love Josh Allen.
No, you guys started loving Josh Allen the second I started hating him.
I've
It was
loved
like
Josh
a pull
Allen.
of
No.
force.
that's
Before
actually not how
this.
that works.
I got no problem with Josh Allen. I've always liked him. From Wyoming, or he played at Wyoming. It's cool. Cool story. He was like a zero-star recruit. You know, he's really worked hard for himself. Now he's the MVP of the freaking NFL, guys. That's so hype. What a good story.
He got his here bitch damn his DEI MVP.
That's crazy.
His voter fatigue award.
Tim, who do you think should have won the award then?
Yeah,
I'm not-
please.
Everyone's heard
enlighten
me
us.
talk for quite literally. I think you probably put together at least an hour-long compilation, probably maybe 2-hour-long compilation of talking about the MVP. But the fact that the vote was split from the All-Pro MVP or the All-Pro quarterback is just proven right there. It's just like voter fatigue. It was just with the nail in the fucking coffin.
So,
It was
so
we
you
have
ruined my
think
Thursday.
Lamar had better stats and played overall better than Josh Allen?
Yes. What is this where you queue up like actually?
Well, I was just gonna say, last season Lamar Jackson didn't have better stats than like 3 quarterbacks in front of him. So, but he got it.
Yeah,
then.
but is it okay? So is that the right move then? Last season? Because last season people got pissed as fuck, and now those same people
I'm
are
just
like,
saying.
actually, this is pretty cool, guys.
I've been on the side of Joe Burrow that he should have got it in sequential or whatever the fuck, in order, of course.
Succession.
Succession, yeah.
Okay.
Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. That's how I would have done it. If I got to pick the starting lineup, that's what I would have did. But
Personally, I would have hit it with the Saquon, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. If it was me,
God,
if it was me, but
that's crazy. That's why you're not a voter. So
we do have
we're
the
safe
total.
and
I have
sound.
the total voting points if we want to hear them.
Yeah, I
Sure.
remember it, but why not?
Josh Allen, 383 total points. Lamar Jackson, 362. Saquon Barkley, 120. Joe Burrow, 82, and then after that, it just drops off. For some reason, Patrick Mahomes got 31 points. Why? I don't fucking know. These
I didn't even
fucking
realize he was a nominee this year.
dick riding bastards. But
correct.
yeah, Josh Allen had more first place votes. Lamar had more second place votes. I mean, there it is.
That's
right there.
pretty valid. I do think that Josh Allen
That's how math works.
was the only reason the Bills were productive this year, though. Like, he was the reason they were where they're at, so that is worthy of an MVP. I think it's totally valid. Moving on, so Tim does not crash out.
No, I've literally crashed out too many times. It's out. The crash is literally out. Like it's not in me anymore to scream because I've run out of things. I'm upset, and I don't think anybody needs to be told that.
All right, Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell.
Holy, this is
Vikings.
2 W awards in a row. Holy moly. Kevin O'Connell, insane coaching year. We can all agree with that, right? We're not angry about this one.
I don't think anybody dislikes Kevin O'Connell.
Okay. Well, I just meant like if you thought someone else should have got it and he got it, not necessarily.
Sense.
I think you can argue that Dan Campbell could have maybe gotten it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, he
No.
was the runner-up, but I don't think anybody really thought. I don't know.
I just felt like Kevin O'Connell did so much with so
Instilled
little,
a lot
I
of
guess you could
spirit.
say.
I think
Yeah.
that was it. It was getting Sam Darnold to play that well, and also he didn't have two incredible. I don't know. He had a lot more of the spotlight versus like Dan Campbell was sharing it with his assistant coaches. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. This is a W for the Vikings. You know, we're a regular season franchise, so these are big awards for us.
Call it.
Huge awards for us. We strive to earn these because we can't get them in the playoffs, so we get our regular season accolades. That's what we go for.
For sure. Comeback player of the year goes to Joe Burrow. I have no fucking idea how this wasn't Sam Darnold, by the way.
Did they
Personally.
change the rules to
You have to have an
discourage
injury.
people? Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, because he
You just
just
can't
Burrow
be
was
shit
hurt
at
last
stupid,
year.
to be honest. I like
agree.
it when they give it to shit players.
They just changed
know,
it this
kid.
year too. Sam Darnold got screwed.
Literally
We could have had
screwed.
3 W awards in a row.
But before I forgot that Joe Burrow got injured last year because of his little wrist hurt. But I was like, damn, they really gave him they gave him comeback award because he came back from being dog shit in the same season. I mean, sure, I guess. And they're like, no,
Crazy.
he hurt his wrist, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
He wasn't super happy when
That's
he got
crazy,
the award.
Tim.
He was just like, "Thanks," but he's like, "Yeah, it's probably not so great that I've been nominated for this twice." He was like,
Well, at least it wasn't DeMar
Guys.
Hamlin for like the third time, you know? Somehow he's still on the
Yeah.
ballot.
This is honestly his best year since he came back.
Dude, bro's
The year
he's
he won, he
just
didn't
been
do
getting
anything.
better. Yeah, he's just been getting better.
They keep putting nanomachines inside of him to like improve his playing.
Oh
They
shit!
just had to take a season or two to get used to his
He
body.
actually died on the field. They just like revived him with robotic shit, and they just kept rolling him.
Exactly. The NFL is like, which NFL player should we kill and revive? And they're like,
This is the
how about
real
some
NFL
safety
rigged
nobody gives a
things
shit
we
about
should
on the
talk about.
Bills. Let's clone that guy. Unless he had a twin. That could be it. A secret twin.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane. Fucking prestigious ass, dude. The movie? You guys haven't seen it? It's all good.
Prestige. Oh, the Christopher Nolan movie with Wolverine.
Yeah, with Wolverine.
I didn't actually watch it, but I did look up the plot on Wikipedia and I read that instead. So pretty good movie, guys. You guys should go read it too.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't recommend more highly.
Offensive Player of the Year, without a doubt, Saquon Barkley.
This is a great awards year. I mean, it feels like they've done a great job. Not a lot of controversy. People that are supposed to win them have won them. This is
For the most
great
part.
for Saquon. He deserved it, definitely. He was the reason the Eagles were so good. Main reason.
Yeah,
I
to be
should
honest,
say.
this was kind of like the Offensive Player of the Year. It's like, let's not give this one to the quarterback too. You know,
Yeah,
it's like they're gonna
it's
have MVP for that.
It's really the skills position award.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringe, to be honest. But at least they get something, I suppose.
Up next, Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain of the Broncos.
Guys, who's this? I didn't watch Broncos games.
Just
I
like
don't-
the best
Tim.
corner in the
No,
league, Tim.
Tim.
You know, just
No.
I don't watch
just
Broncos
the best corner
games.
in the league. You know,
Tim,
Tim. They literally were in the playoffs.
we talked about that.
I actually forgot the Broncos made it. I watched that game. I watched the whole game, and I forgot they were in the playoffs.
Oh my
There's
god!
a stat, and I think I have it correct. Is quarterbacks this season had a better shot throwing the ball out of bounds than throwing it to Patrick Surtain's guy that he was guarding. Because he had interceptions. It was mostly they literally had it was more productive to throw it out of bounds than ever throw it at him.
How many yards did
Something
he
like
allow?
that.
I'm not sure. He's just
Yeah.
he's an absolutely insane player. Rogers is going to be a real threat.
Got 132 interception awards. Interception yards, not awards.
Definitely well deserved in that front too, because I don't think anyone else really stood out this season on the defensive side, at least that I can think of.
Cooper the
our many listeners will probably in the comment section tell us how we're wrong there, but
yeah,
we'll wait for that.
Our listener who just fucking loves analyzing defense in the NFL is foaming at the mouth.
Yep.
That's them. We're getting ready to pounce on it. Offensive Rookie of the Year, none other than Mr. JD5, Jaden Daniels.
Let's go.
This was the most expected award, I think, of the entire show.
Yeah, no, this one was pretty much a wrap. So I would say from week 12 and on. Bo Nix technically had better stats at one point. Had the best stats of the rookie QBs, but who took their team to the NFC Championship? Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I know it's a regular season award, but I don't know.
Is it? I mean, it is because they have to vote before playoffs start.
Yeah, I think so.
It's when you get it announced after playoffs, it's hard not to let that affect you.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely think Bo Nix probably had an argument, but I don't know. Jaden Daniels had too many clutch plays.
When did you guys start being Jaden Daniels believers?
Caleb was since week 2.
Week 3 or week 2.
And then there was that middle falling out part of the season where you guys are like, the Commanders
I never left him.
Overhyped.
I never left Jaden Daniels. I left the Commanders. I left the Commanders, not Jaden Daniels. I just want to make that clear. All right.
Up next, Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jared Verse.
Played for the Rams. That guy fucked my dreams of having a playoff win this year. Okay, so fuck this guy. Great job to him. Fuck you. Okay, bro wrecked my team twice in the same season. Fucking dashing all of my. Oh my god, both losses hurt a lot for us. It's gross. It's just gross. But great job, Jared Verse.
Yeah, Tim, anything to say about Jared Verse, favorite player in the NFL?
Jared, what is there to say about Jared Verse that hasn't already been said? He's really such an incredible player for the Rams.
Yeah.
And he's a rookie, It's his first year and he's been doing really well because he's been winning awards. So it really speaks for itself.
What's his best stat?
Yep. Ooh. Well, as a cornerback,
Tim ain't even listening to me. I said he was a D lineman right away. I said it.
Fuck. I was going to say lineman, but then I switched it because I was like, how the fuck does lineman win Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Sacks, tackles for loss.
Unfortunately,
for interception.
He is a linebacker, by the way.
Shit. Fuck. All right. Well, every time I saw him, he was eating our frigging lineman up.
I don't know. Michael Pierce got an interception, so maybe he should have gotten this award, is all I'm saying, except the fact he's not a rookie. But that's the only thing really holding him back.
Yeah, should make an exception to the award.
Enough stats to actually win the award. We gotta move on. Making Jared Verse look bad. Bro. Good job, bro. Good job.
Is there any other you guys wanted to cover? I
Hall of
think
Fame.
those are the main ones.
Oh, Sterling Sharp was cool, I guess.
Gotta talk Hall of Fame. Just for a moment.
Good point.
Oh, Viking got in.
Hall of Fame inductees. Cool, I'll let you go.
Eric Allen, Jared Allen,
Lot of
Antonio
Allens.
Gates, and Sterling Sharp. Jared Allen, amazing D end for the Vikings for all of my childhood. He made me love defense. He made me want the Vikings to punt the ball so I could watch him sack them. it was so awesome. Well, I just wanted Adrian Peterson to run for a touchdown, and then Jared Allen turned the ball over. It was awesome. He was great. Antonio Gates, very good tight end for the Chargers. Very deserving, in my opinion. I mean, he was a household name for a long time. Sterling Sharp, I don't know if you guys know who Shannon Sharp is.
I know Shannon and Sterling are.
Sterling is
I was
Shannon
watching
Sharp's
those.
brother. Shannon Sharp actually advocated for Sterling in his Hall of Fame speech, saying that he was the second best football player in their family, even though he got in the Hall of Fame before Sterling. And Sterling played for the wide receiver for the Packers for a long time. Eric Allen, I'll let Caden take it away. How great is Eric Allen?
Eric Allen? Eric Allen, he's
I could see, I could hear those keys being typed.
Dude, he played for the Jets, dude. I lied.
It was
Sorry.
for the Eagles.
I was wrong.
I know you saw the green jersey, but that's not it. That's Kelly Green.
Fuck.
Well, can't forget his season on the Raiders or the Saints. So
Yeah, all right, guys. He retired.
or the fact that he was born in 1965
He
in
retired
San Diego,
a year-
California, just off
a
the
year
dome.
after I was born, man. I'm sorry, Eric Allen. I'm a letdown for you, but congratulations. Well deserved.
Fuck yeah, everybody that gets in is well deserved.
Dude,
Absolutely.
Shannon Sharp, I've always watching those videos of Shannon Sharp talk about his like brother, or just talk in general. He's such a good speaker. It's like his way of speaking is like so authoritative. He's such a good
Yes.
storyteller that I'm just like locked in every time.
Especially the way he
Wow.
talks about LeBron. I love the way Shannon talks about LeBron James.
Okay,
I don't know what's going on right now, but
What?
let's.
Does he talk about LeBron James that much?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Listen, against what the fuck's his name? Smith.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Stephen A. Their conversation for the GOAT where they're screaming at each other over Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and how it's comparable to Tom Brady and Mahomes.
Of course.
Tim, go
There's
watch
one
that.
other
After this.
award.
It'll make you laugh.
There's one other award
I
that
knew,
we should
I knew
talk
that
about.
Shannon replaced the last guy that was on Steven's show. It was a whole drama thing, but I don't actually watch it, so.
You're talking about
Skip. Yeah. Am I?
Skip Bayless. But we got a sportsmanship award we should talk about as well, Caden, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why do you want to talk about that? When leak, by the way, we are like, yeah, nobody cares about these awards actually. Let's skip after 7. And then Caleb was like, wait a minute, guys. I have an agenda here.
All right, fine. I'll just say it. The Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award, Josh Allen. I mean, look at this. They should have given it to Lamar and Josh Allen together when they like hung out for a while after the game and like congratulate each other and whatever. But
yeah, they should have given it to Josh Allen for not blowing the stadium up after he lost to Josh Allen in his own city in the regular season.
yeah,
By a lot. It was by quite a margin.
You know,
if you
Josh
recall
Allen,
that, which I
wins
remember you didn't recall last time I talked about it.
He wins MVP and he also wins the Sportsmanship Award. So it's like he's an insanely good player, but he's also a great guy.
Has Josh Allen
so,
brought a life into this world? Because Lamar Jackson has a son or a daughter. I think a daughter.
Does having children make you more sportsmanlike?
This is insane.
Maybe he's starting to make his own team. You know,
is Lamar married?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
And that, maybe Tyreek Hill should have won the award because he's making a sports team.
Bro, if that's how it went, I think it's I think Nick Cannon would be the one with the award. All right, we can move on. I just had to talk about that.
Amazing,
Max
awesome.
Kellerman. That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
On Stephen A. Smith's show that got kicked. Anyways,
A lot of good awardees. Congrats, everybody. Let's move on to, of course, the Super Bowl. Chiefs at
go.
Eagles.
successful
game.
hate watch, I can say for all of us.
Such a success.
I was locked
So
in on my
happy.
game. I was fucking laser eye beaming it. And then the first flag came in, dude. The first flag with
Oh
AJ
my
Brown, that
God.
light ass shit. And I was
That
just
was-
like,
Mhm.
I was like, here we go. Here we motherfucking go. I'm
I
about to
think
have
that was
to.
all of us.
I'm about to have to
We
make
all
an
were like
essay.
that for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I think
I thought we
happened?
were
This is what
cooked.
I think happened. I was going to talk about it, but this is what I think happened, right? The Chiefs, right? They didn't get paid this week, and right, so as a sign of good faith, you know, so maybe the paycheck comes during the
The
game.
Chiefs didn't get paid this week?
Oh, sorry, they're on the team, Tim. The refs, sorry, the refs didn't get paid by the Chiefs. There we go. In advance. So, you know, as a sign of good faith, during the game, they did that. They threw that flag and was like, we're here. We're ready to help you. Send the money right now. I got a mic in my ear that let me know. It never came. So it sucks. I guess it sucks. Sucks when
crazy.
you're on equal playing grounds, I guess, huh?
I gotta ask, what did you guys...
Mhm.
I call this the Ultra Sleeper
Mhm.
Bowl. Okay, when did you guys stop paying attention? Because I don't get me wrong, the game was on. I was like, watching it, but like
I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
locked in that third quarter.
Mm,
It
Yeah,
was like
that's
the
fair.
first half. I was pretty locked in, and then it was starting to taper off.
I actually did watch the game. I literally don't even remember when it ended. Because they're already dumping the Kool-Aid, and I was just like, they must have been like playing ping pong or something when the game was actually
Well,
ending.
Tim, I'll let you know it ended with Kenny Pickett taking a knee on the field.
Exciting for him.
That's actually when the backups came on the field. I stopped. I got up off the couch. I was still in the room, but
I don't know about you guys, but from the moment that game started, had my ass on the couch, big plate, dip, chips, pizza. Like I was locked in, but I was enjoying myself. All right. So I did watch the whole game and the commercials and whatnot. So I was locked in pretty much the entire game. It was like my most enjoyable hate watch ever.
it was really fun to hate
From the
watch.
get-go, I was just enjoying everything, and even the second half, I'm like, pour it on, fucking just pour it on. This is
I watched-
awesome.
I only didn't watch like 8 minutes of the game because I had to drive back to our house for something quick, but from the party. But apparently, in that 8 minutes, I missed like every like weird ass commercial online. And I had to go watch them, and I was like, "What the fuck happened? How were they all in succession?"
There was some crazy commercials that I could never see again, and that would make me very happy.
Was it the skin hat one? Did you miss that one, Caden?
No, I saw that one.
You know, one of my least favorite commercials was that
Fleshy
was the
cowboy
dumbass
hat.
the advertising cinematic universe that fucking I don't know Dash Pass or some shit Instacart did. They're like,
Yes,
oh,
look at all
yeah.
these
that one
recognizable
was
commercials.
crazy.
Aren't you a good little consumer? Look at that, it's Puppy Monkey Baby. Remember Puppy Monkey Baby?
Puppy monkey.
I'm just-
Dude, I actually like that one, so I guess fuck me. I thought it was great to see
I'm
all
the
Well,
biggest
that's the only
Blast
mascot I remember.
enjoyer.
They had like They had like literally every mascot, like fucking Chick-fil-A cow and some shit.
Yeah, no, that's
The-
why I thought it was funny because there was so
The
many
walrus
of
for
Oh.
Baja Blast.
I don't want an advertising cinematic universe.
You guys remember the walrus from the Baja Blast commercial?
I hated that one.
I
Yeah.
love
That one
Baja
actually made me more
Blast.
uncomfortable than the skin hats.
No,
It's
the
like
worst
the walrus
one
movie.
by far
is what I
was
said.
whenever the tongue, the tongue one
Tusk.
was
Yeah,
so
Tusk.
bad.
I don't remember the tongue one.
Is it the?
I don't
was it the
even
whipped
remember what
cream
it was
one?
about, but I remember seeing it.
Oh god, it was the worst, most
Oh yeah,
uncomfortable
their
thing
tongues
ever.
transformed into like hearts and some shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was. It
They
was
were getting
bad.
freaky with it.
What was that
Nobody. It was for whipped cream, I think.
for? It
See if I can't
was.
find it.
Yep, it was. It was the foam or whatever.
Yes, I just found it. It was for Coffee Mate.
Yep.
It was horrendous. I just sat there. The one that was kind of like head scratching was the breast cancer awareness one. But for the first 20 seconds, it was just so many boobs on your screen.
Dude, I had no idea what was
I was
happening.
confused.
I wasn't gonna lie. I had no idea what was happening.
At first, I was like, "Oh, it's like a bra commercial," and then I got like a little far. I'm like, I actually don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's just so much cleavage. Like it was insane.
I don't know if that like got their target audience. You know, like
Yeah, a lot of
I don't
gooners
know.
these
It
days.
certainly got attention, so there's that. But like the kind of attention they wanted, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that it was like a bad one. I guess because it probably
Yeah, I
caught
would
a
say it
lot
was
of
a
people's
bad
eyes.
commercial.
What
What the fuck was that, Kaden?
My fucking camera won't focus, dude. I'm freaking out.
I love how we went from talking about the Super Bowl to the commercials.
Yeah,
Let's not
we got
fucking
way
skip
sidetracked.
You know, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Let's go right
That was
back
the most-
to the game. As I said, Kenny Pickett took a knee to close out the Super Bowl. I took the liberty, right, of looking up a few quarterbacks, some well known, some new to the scene that have yet to take a knee during the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna just say this is cringe to start with.
I see.
can't.
Okay, literally, this was in
can't.
Dubber Flub was like Kenny Pickett's better than all the elite that like listed elite QBs who haven't won, and I just deleted. I'm not talking about this shit.
This is the worst take
I
the
veto
King has
this.
ever had.
I veto this.
This is the
fucking
take. This is
podcast.
just a fact. I'm just speaking a fact.
This is
I don't have to get
all right.
into it. You know, it's
just
fine.
say
guys.
it. Say it. You want to say it? I know you do.
It's fine.
say
You
your
want to
list.
say it
Just
so bad, don't
say,
you?
Say your list. Say your list.
took before Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Love, Baker Mayfield, and Brock Purdy.
What? Brock Purdy played in the Super Bowl.
He didn't take a knee.
didn't take a
That's not
knee.
more impressive.
It is.
I'd highly
But
disagree.
That
he
means
took a
you're
winning
winning
knee.
if you take a knee.
He's talking about like the winning kneel down is what he's.
Did Jalen Hurts take a knee?
No, which is the craziest
Kenny
thing about this
Pickett.
argument is that he's basically
Saying Kenny
Pickett's
Pickett's
better
more
than
elite than Jalen Hurts. Is that what you're saying, Kaden?
That's
Because
basically what he's
that's what
saying.
it's leading me to think.
This is crazy.
No, that's not what I'm. I'll
Oh.
jump off this topic by switching it over to Jalen Hurts and his
I was
Super
like,
Bowl
let's get
MVP
back to the game. To
performance.
talk about the worst possible thing we could talk about the game. Okay,
Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. What are your guys'
Deserved.
thoughts?
Absolutely
he balled the
deserved.
fuck out. I can't even lie.
Yeah, besides his one like pretty bad interception, which he did kind of get hit. So like it wasn't
Yep.
like he just threw it at the guy, but
Mahomes definitely
played
threw it
pretty
at
well.
the guy.
Mahomes. We'll talk about that guy in a second. We'll talk about that guy in a second. Yeah, Jalen Hurts had a great game. He ran the ball so well. Like he just was seeing the field, and he ran it perfectly to where he wasn't taking hits either. Which like you don't want to get hurt in a game like that when you take those unnecessary hits, especially when you have
Yep.
the lead. Saquon, like he complimented Saquon well because like Saquon wasn't going crazy, but he just like put him on his back and like said, "You helped us all season. I got you this one." It was great.
Dude,
Yeah.
if I was Saquon Barkley, I'd be kind of pissed. I won't lie.
I don't.
What do you mean?
I mean, not kind of pissed, but it's like I wouldn't want to be told, "Nah, you good? I'll take this one." Like I want to do well in the Super Bowl.
Like,
Well,
he
I don't
had
think he
a
would
lot
have
of
broed him.
carries. He had a ton
Yeah.
of carries. I think the Chiefs spent 2 weeks preparing by just stopping Saquon and didn't do any other fucking research, is what it seemed like. Because they stopped that guy. They did not stop the rest of the offense.
Yes. Jalen Hurts played really well. I mean, both Super Bowl appearances, he played really well. I mean, he didn't throw the ball like that. I think like all year almost, really. So, I mean, that pass to Devontae Smith, just the absolute ball buster on the Chiefs there. That one made me real happy.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Eagles defense while we're still in the Eagles.
God damn.
Holy
Number
shit.
Number one for a reason.
Holy shit.
The Eagles played smart ball again, and then they fucking cleaned up, which is what they've been doing all postseason. And it was honestly the most impressive game to date.
Slow, dominating gameplay.
0 mistakes. They looked like the Chiefs this year in the
They
playoffs.
deserved to win. Like, there was
They
no
did.
bullshit. They just played the best football, and it wasn't particularly close.
And they had takeaways too. Like they made Patrick Mahomes. I mean, obviously the 6 sacks?
Yep, 6 sacks, 0 rushes.
Yeah, and that's just insane that you can sack Patrick Mahomes 6 times and pick him off twice. Like Cooper DeJean with just both interceptions were like in his 20 yards to his end zone. Like they were terrible throws.
In Chief territory, yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper
absolutely
DeJean is
horrendous.
not a safety.
That guy is not a safety, guys. He's CB1.
Mm-hmm.
He will lock your receiver down.
That man got me a lot of money. He hit on my pick 6 bet, and I made money on the Super Bowl. I made a clean $10.
You bet DeJean to have a pick 6?
No, I bet anybody to have a pick 6.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's a crazy bet.
Yeah, I bet once a year, and I bet for a specific player to get a pick 6 as a rookie in the fucking Super Bowl.
Hey, DeJean's the second player ever to have a pick 6 on their birthday in the Super Bowl. Super random
There's
stat.
a first?
Yeah, it's from like 1947.
It's not super impressive to be second, I won't lie.
super random specific. Have to be the Super Bowl.
So
also has
in the
to be your
Super Bowl,
birthday and
rookie
a pick 6.
Birthday. Pick
the rookie,
6.
not the
and
rookie,
you're not
the
first.
rookie part. The rookie part's not.
Oh, not rookie.
Yeah,
So
it's
he's the
just
first rookie to get a pick 6 on his birthday in the Super Bowl.
True.
Is what I'm hearing. Yeah, this is how
Huge.
sports stats works, everybody. It's just a bunch
go.
of dudes around a table getting increasingly specific until they can put it on TV.
Before we move over to the Chiefs, let's talk about that Gatorade color, guys. Did any
Dude.
of us get it right? My lock-in was
know.
I don't
blue.
remember what I guessed. I think I did purple.
I think we went with purple or blue, and I was wrong. I also think
you
I said
yellow.
Did I
Frog.
say
Or Caleb.
whatever I said? We did an NFL props sheet at we printed them out and we did a whole thing at our Super Bowl party. So I've mixed up everything I put with the podcast and there, so I have no idea what I said anymore. But tails for the clip. I think I said tails.
I definitely said heads.
Pretty sure I said tails.
So I guess I
that's,
lost my house. That sucks.
Yeah. Rip house. Tim, you remember what you said?
I think it was
He
purple.
said the same as you.
But I
which
did,
I think was yellow.
guess the correct tails for the coin
Okay.
flip. So that was pretty clutch.
Nice.
Phenomenally clutch. Well, let's move into the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'd like to start off
Go for it.
with a fun fact.
Yep.
So obviously they put up a Mahomes highlight reel on the official NFL YouTube channel.
Yep.
And it where do you guys think that this starts?
Third quarter at 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Third quarter, 2 minutes 33 seconds, 0:34 is how the highlight reel starts.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I only
34
knew that because I
points.
saw that as well, Tim. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
My God,
did-
that was delicious.
Their offense literally did nothing for almost 3 full quarters. It was insane. I mean, the first 3 drives were 3 and outs. They looked like the fact that the Eagles could 4-man rush for an entire game and have that type of pressure. How can you not win that game? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's just crazy.
For all you Chiefs fans out there, absolutely breaking your monitors right now, listening to us say the 4-man rush. Well, our O-line was bad. I'm going to look at you dead in the fucking face, right? And I'm going to say, the exact same thing we've been saying to Caleb Williams, and just throw quicker and better. Sorry, throw quicker and better. If your O-line's bad.
How did they guard Travis Kelce? Like, what did they figure out? Like, that guy just runs where he wants. Like, how did they?
You want to know what they did?
What
They
did
were
do?
like, Cooper DeJean, right? You're gonna teleport with Travis Kelce. So, long story short, Cooper DeJean is also a leprechaun. And they're both using their powers at the same time to teleport around the field.
Sorry, I just had a thought of how much we spend bullshitting about statistics in the NFL versus how much we actually talk about things that happen in the NFL, because we're talking about leprechaun mind powers right now.
Dude, it's
a weekly
obvious.
occurrence. It's a weekly occurrence. I was trying to like actually ask a question because Travis Kelce 2 receptions, 0 yards. In the
I don't
first
know.
half.
He
was gone. He didn't exist.
From what I read online, Travis Kelce was too busy like fixing his hair to play the fucking game, and Mahomes is throwing straight like he's doing his best Aaron Rodgers impression from this year, just throwing piss missiles to people's shins. Like,
the
like,
throws weren't great. The O-line sucked. Travis Kelce's like 40 years old.
It doesn't matter though.
I think it's more like how
Mahomes
did he not
has
do it
been
before?
better.
You know,
Mahomes is one of the best scramblers in the league. Like, it's not just the O-line was bad; they contained him. Like, it was destruction. It wasn't just bad
at a molecular
level. Terrible.
It was so bad. It was so bad. But that brings up, I saw it online, and I actually kind of can get behind it because we've seen it before in these types of games. Patrick Mahomes took a hard fall in the first quarter. He did slam his head into the ground, and it like banged, just like when you have like you get in a car accident, you get with that whiplash.
I know what you're getting at. I agree. Carson Wentz should have been subbed in.
Patrick Mahomes played awful after that. Not that he played insane before that. He played worse, and he threw 2 interceptions, and he fumbled the ball. You know, we've seen it before. Like Tua, when he's been concussed, he like plays
Jared Goff.
Awful. Jared Goff, literally in this playoffs, he played horrendously after he had his supposed concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think that that was not the real Patrick Mahomes? The real Slim Shady was not there.
Unlikely. I think it's a very real possibility, but I'm not gonna. I need like a report. I need like a medical report or something. Like
I don't think so.
I'm not too quick to just say that.
I think he got rattled, and I think it's the exact same thing that happened in the Bucs Superbowl, where he's getting pressured so much it's getting in his head, and he's fucking up. I think it's pretty simple.
Do you think he's become like a princess, like a piss baby princess, that if shit isn't going his way, he just says, that is what it is?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say about a guy who's won like the past 15 one-point games, you know? Like, you can't say nerves got to him too much when he just like almost always wins the one-point games that are close.
Are the like most disgusting, awful officiated games ever. Like,
well,
you can make the statement that the
I'd be
2024
the playoffs, not the regular season. He has a lot of his record.
There was one game they played for the playoffs before this, or 2, I guess.
Record. I'm saying his record overall in the playoffs in like one-score games is ridiculous. Like he knows how to win games. Like we can make fun of him all we want, but he probably didn't get rattled. He might have just had his brain literally rattled that he couldn't fucking think. But I don't hate that. I think it's possible. I don't think they win either way.
Fair.
I would say that.
I'll bring up my stats, but I think he definitely could have had a concussion. Like, I think that definitely could happen.
Especially for a quarterback. Like, he probably has had many concussions throughout his career. So once you have one, it's easier to have more. So, like...
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you know now, Josh Allen had at least, like, 2 concussions this year that were not documented. I'm just telling you the facts. That when they played the Texans, and they were in the end zone, and he got that safety... and then they kicked the game or they kicked the game-winning field goal, the Texans, he had a concussion there. That game.
Yeah, I mean, if it was Lamar, he would have had sat out.
What? How the fuck do we start talking about Lamar? First, we're giving this bullshit. Actually, the game you lost, that was a concussion, by the way. Also, fuck Lamar. Meanwhile, Lamar sits out because he's fucking winning. He doesn't sit out because his fucking feelings are hurt.
I didn't
How the
say
fuck did
anything,
we
Tim.
wap? We're talking about the Super Bowl. How the fuck did we 3-point
talking about
bank
concussions.
shot this into shitting on Lamar Jackson?
Dude, Caden perfectly threw that fucking lob to me. It was so perfect.
Okay, we're going back to the fucking Super Bowl now.
Couldn't agree more. The Chiefs'
Okay.
defense carried them all year, and then they
Yes.
couldn't carry them in the Super Bowl, and they got blown out.
All right, so I have one thing a thought that I had. So the Chiefs beat the Bills, right? How the fuck did
Yes,
the
they
Bills
beat the
not
Bills.
beat the Chiefs? How the fuck? How did that not like? The Bills surely would have played this Super Bowl so much closer. Even the
Yes.
Ravens would have had a way better game against the Eagles.
Yes.
Surely. Like I know the Ravens lost to the Eagles in the regular season, but it was way
Honestly,
closer
I think
than
all three of
this.
those teams would have probably lost to that performance. I won't lie.
That's fine. I
But-
actually I have no problem with
Yeah.
saying that. But how did this Chiefs team, who is like super seasoned, super veteran in the playoffs, they know what they're doing, get their ass whooped like this when like these other teams, I think would perform so much better.
I'll give
Like,
you two paths here, Caleb. One path A is they were too comfortable. They didn't
I
prepare
don't
well.
think so.
Okay, they got blown out. The game, if they kept their starters in, is 40-6. How are they not uncomfortable?
I'm saying they
That's
were not.
Sometimes
fucking
you just
play
play
the
the worst.
They were
game in
not
5
unprepared.
years.
There's no way the Chiefs were
It's
unprepared.
a
They were
Super Bowl.
unprepared. Their
It's a Super Bowl.
O-line
They were
got
not
decimated.
unprepared. They may have misprepared. They might have fucked up somewhere, but it wasn't like they were just like, "Oh, we'll win."
With-
No,
yeah,
it's a fucking
with-
Super Bowl. They
with
fucking
Andy
prepared.
Reid and all these coaches that they've had there for a while, they weren't unprepared. Did they
Okay.
probably? Obviously, they fucked up. We're not going to say that they did.
They did not prepare as well as the Eagles.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a fine thing to say.
It's a fine statement. What's
Option
section
B is,
option B?
as I said earlier, right, the officiating did not cash.
What?
The refs didn't
Yeah,
get their
right.
check.
Yeah, we actually need to talk about this. So as we said earlier, that first call, that soft ass baby ass call, I know the Eagles were going to score a touchdown on that drive if that call was going to happen.
True.
But then again, the very next drive, they get a cheap ass call that also continued their drive. So there was 2 bad calls, I think, really in the whole game, and
I
they were
agree.
both early, and they kind of counteracted each other. And
There was a holding call that was a face mask, and they didn't do unnecessary roughness. They didn't do a face mask call. They did a holding call.
Some guy punched Patrick Mahomes and he didn't get a call for it.
Yeah,
that
there
was great.
That was
There's a
sick.
few missed calls.
That was so sick. Yeah, I mean, of course you're gonna have some
But
missed calls, but there was
I
nothing
liked
that
it-
was
I liked
egregious.
it more than calling everything
yes.
against the Chiefs' opponent.
Yeah, I feel like Roger Goodell himself called down after that first flag. He said, "Yo, we fucking talked about this. What the fuck are you doing? Like, chill out. Give him one back, bro."
Give him one back, right? Fucking
Yeah.
now, dude.
he's like, we just said that we're not biased, and this is the first thing you do on the first drive. That ref also stood there. Adrian caught the ball, and then he threw the flag. Like, it was such a bad.
He did touch his face mask, but it's like a baby
That's-
fall. That guy flopped.
Yeah.
He barely
That's
touched his
normal.
mask.
He just fell. It's
Yeah,
that's
he
like
just fell
normal
over
hands.
and happened to hit him.
Sorry, like when I say flop, I don't mean like he purposely fell. He literally flopped like a fish. He just collapsed.
Yeah, bro got beat. So good job, refs. You've saved yourself at least for another year of maybe people will start not hating you as much.
Yeah, we just
Mhm.
have to eliminate, 32 fucking officiating teams to get one good game of football. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
Just have to eliminate the bottom and work our way up, I guess. Fuck. Speaking of this, I had a double flub related to this. Anybody have anything else they wanted to say about the Super Bowl before we get into Denver Flub?
No.
Just Eagles masterclass. The defense, I mean, that's probably the best defense I've watched in a Super Bowl. Probably ever. Because they kind of just stopped. I mean, not that they didn't care, but like, when in garbage time, Mahomes is like, got to get some scores in so I don't look as bad. Like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah, that game is
just...
40-6. That game ends
Yeah.
40-6.
Yeah. Honestly, I like enjoyed the game. Even though it was a blowout, I enjoyed it, which I feel like most blowouts I don't. So, I don't know why. I think I just hate the Chiefs that much. But...
Correct.
Good game.
My Dubber Flub for that was Dubber Flub, our favorite segment.
Best segment.
Dubber Flub. The officiating was good for the Super Bowl.
Dub.
Yeah. Pass. It got a dub.
Yeah, I would say it got a pass.
But, wait, here, counterpoint though.
Yep.
They didn't have to perform, bad or good.
True.
That
Nobody
game
gave a
was
fuck what they
so
called.
fucking far away that they couldn't fuck that one up. I think, and that's what we've been saying is when you play the Chiefs, you need to just win.
They did do that. They did do exactly as you guys said. They came out there and they just punched them right in the teeth, and they couldn't get up.
Like, the refs can't help you if you're fucking down by 20 points. Like, just be better. And that's what the Eagles did. But I still
Exactly.
I thought it was well officiated. Even the three flags on the field goals was crazy. Like, every field goal was flagged.
I don't understand
Like,
how
what's going on?
snapper gets a false start.
I think
Somebody
you
explain
can
that to me.
If you move your body,
Oh, he like shot when he shot his ass up before he threw the ball back.
yeah, if he was moving something other than the ball and the ball didn't move is how I would take that.
No, that makes sense because they see his movement and then they go.
Yes.
That makes sense. Dubber Flub, Mahomes will not be the GOAT. Now, this one might be hard to say flatly, right? Because there's a lot of years left on his career.
A lot.
Let me just bring up some stats comparing the two frontrunners for this, of course, right? So, Tom Brady, 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 wins, 3 losses. Mahomes, 5 games, 3 wins, 2 losses. Let's look at what quarterbacks do. They get passing touchdowns, right? Brady has 21 passing touchdowns with 6 interceptions over 10 games. Mahomes has 10 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions over 5 games. So more interceptions, less games. Let's keep this going. Right? Let's keep this going. He still got 3 losses, Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady lost those 3 games by a combined total of 15 points. Patrick Mahomes lost his games by a combined total of 40 points.
And Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
That too.
And that.
But in a blowout win.
Those are the hard stats. What I would say and why I would say right now Mahomes is not the GOAT is what Tom Brady did every game. Love it or hate it. He manipulated the game to always move the chains forward, right? That was his superpower, is he gets on the line of scrimmage and he can make it work. Whatever you want to say about Patrick Mahomes is in the 2 games he lost were absolute blowouts. If he starts losing, just from what it looks like, he gets rattled and frustrated and the game gets away from him.
You know, I don't agree with that part, but
I think it's obviously he played horribly, and we have this is a really hard Dubber Flub.
How old is Patrick Mahomes?
Because it's He's been on the up and up, and then he has these like
This year was
small
not an up and
dip.
up.
He made it to the Super Bowl. He's been on the up and up, and then he loses in the
This
Super
could
Bowl, and
arguably
it's
be one of the best 15 or one of the worst 15-2 teams out
he
there.
made it to the Super Bowl.
He's 29.
And this game will haunt him for the rest of his life. And it's
29.
okay, we probably have at least 10 years left of Mahomes, and I feel like this GOAT decision is a lot of looking at a scatter plot and then drawing your line, the predicted line, and it's how closely you want to follow, because you could just say he got blown in the Super Bowl. Nah, he's gonna be like this for the rest of his career. He's not gonna be the GOAT. And then it could happen. He turns something around. I don't know. They get absolute knockout draft this year, and he goes right back and wins next year or something. I think it's not impossible, for sure.
Tom Brady wins
Is
that.
it likely?
Tom Brady comes back from that 24-0. He wins that game.
He did get that 28-3.
28-3. That was the worst Super Bowl I ever watched. That's for sure.
All I'm going to say, right, for this game specifically, Mahomes had 2 weeks to prepare, came out and got iced. It's the way it is. You can have a bad half. You can have a bad quarter. You can even have bad moments. That was just dog shit. It's the way it is.
He had a great quarter and a third.
Against backups.
Yeah. I want to put this straight up as Tom Brady played till he was fucking 45 years old. 10 Super Bowls, 7 Super Bowl wins. Mahomes is 29. He already has 3 Super Bowl wins, 2 losses. So he's halfway there to total Super Bowl appearances. But he needs to win.
But far worse
A lot
stats.
more. I don't care about stats as of right now. It's about longevity. I don't think anybody's going to beat Tom Brady probably ever, just because of how long he played. Because we don't have Super Bowls and all that stuff that we have. Tom Brady has all the fucking stats. Passing, touchdowns, receiving. All of those stats, he has those. The GOAT conversation is not who has more Super Bowls or who plays better in their Super Bowls. They're both clutch, and we can accept they're both clutch. It sucks that they're both clutch, but that's why they are who they are. Patrick Mahomes can take the
wiggle
GOAT
his
status.
tongue like crazy when he's throwing the ball.
He can do it. All right, it's possible. But just looking at how long it took Brady to make 10, that's like a long career. And Patrick Mahomes has done that in the first 7 years. He's been there 5 times. I just have to go with, I will say this is a flub, because he could be the GOAT by the end. I think Tom Brady is now and will be for a while, but if he gets 7 or if he gets 8, we're talking Super Bowls do mean the most of the GOAT conversation. They mean the most.
True.
So
I'm going to do a little bit of a cop out here. I'm going to say this is a flub, because it's the phrase Mahomes will not be the GOAT. I think alternatively, here's where I fake out here. If it was the phrase Mahomes will be the GOAT, I would also say flub, because it's a very definitive statement, and I think it's hard to tell from here. So I'm gonna give it a flub, because it's still possible. There's still a chance.
Yes.
I won't say he will not be the GOAT, but I would say it's looking less likely.
I guess we'll see what happens next year with out his little leprechaun on the field. You know what I'm saying?
He still has his coach. He still has his organization. That's just the biggest issue is 7 years of the most insane success is what they've done.
You think Reed's playing 5 more years?
Forward? I don't know.
It's not like he's on the field. He could probably do it.
He might coach till he dies. Who knows?
Yeah, fuck his family.
That's up to him. He gets to make that decision. We're not saying he has to.
All right, everybody knows my stance. Double flub for that. Kellen Moore to the Saints is a good hire. Double flub.
Tim, this is the Eagles' offensive coordinator.
I can Google. Looking at Kellen Moore Google page when he said that.
I think this is a good hire. know a ton. He was
He's
with
a
the
Super
Chargers
Bowl
at one
winner,
point.
so sounds like a great hire.
yeah.
He's a little he's got a mouth on him when he's talking to the press. I don't know if you guys have seen any of his press conferences, but
Really?
he kind of just goes crazy at the media because they were calling for his head earlier, and then I think it was the Super Bowl speech. He was like, he said something. I think it was about someone's like, why don't you open your mouth and put your tongue on the tip of my Lombardi? All right, I'm pretty
Oh my
sure that's
God.
what he said.
That's kind of crazy. Shit, he's a baller, I guess. Good for the Saints. They got a Spitfire. They need something down there. They are dog ass. They need something. So I'll say dub.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. I don't know much about him.
He doesn't look like a head coach though. That's the one thing. He doesn't look like a guy that like.
See,
you'd be
to
scared
be a
of.
head coach, you have to
What the
have a
fuck is
wide
that guy's name?
physiognomy.
The Duval guy? You think that guy looks like a head coach, bro?
No, and Liam
Duval.
Cohen does not look. Yeah. No, he does not pass the coach look.
Just start eating the cheeseburgers, put him like 30 pounds, then he looks like a coach.
That's the Andy Reid method.
Also, grow some facial hair.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, would you say it's a dub? Good hire.
Yeah, Dub, you won a Super Bowl.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Dub or flub? Jalen Hurts is elite.
Super Bowl
Is
win
elite
is
in the
really
Super Bowls.
really helpful for your league conversation. It's really helpful.
It's true.
I don't think people would respect Matt Stafford a lot less if he didn't have the Super Bowl win, but he does. And
True gunslinger Matt Stafford. I'm gonna say yes. He's a threat when he's running. He's made it clear he's a threat when he's throwing. Now that he's got weapons,
yeah, you
that's
can't even
elite.
say he was carried by Saquon in the Super Bowl. He just balled the fuck out, so it makes his
Saquon,
argument
which
that much better.
We didn't mention. 25 carries for 57 yards. That's a lot of carries, not a lot of yards.
Yeah, short
that's what
game.
I was saying.
Obviously, he did what he
They're
was
playing
supposed
for
to
him
do.
and only him.
Yeah.
Muff the Barkley.
But, I think
hurt my Jalen, you know?
we definitely have to give Jalen Hurts the elite tag right now because of how he played in Super Bowl. Both Super Bowls he's played amazing. If he could play in the regular season how he does in the playoffs and Super Bowl, people would not even argue with this. But his passing game in the regular season can be pretty freaking sus. So,
all right, I'll give this a dub. But if he falls off at all next regular season, I'm gonna take it right the fuck back. I'm gonna be watching like a hawk, ready to call him a loser if he starts playing badly in the next regular season.
This is a take with a cancellation clause in it.
Exactly.
Deborah Flub halftime show was mid.
I'm gonna use a flub. I'm a big Kendrick lover. I like the new album. I'm gonna see the man. They're about to slander him for the next 2.5 minutes. So I'll let you guys go off.
True.
Mixing was bad, but I liked it.
I thought the performance itself, the style, the dancing, the dress, I thought it all was freaking killer. I think it's just hard to do some music at a Super Bowl where everything is censored. I like Eminem. Kendrick. I think him having to self-censor his songs, which he did amazing, just kind of pulls away from the music a little. It's also, Kendrick is a very lyrical, intensive artist, and the Super Bowl does not have the best quality to hear these lyrics. So, I didn't think it was mid, so I'm going to give it a flub. But I think just the genre of music does not bode well for that type of concert. I do that with bunny ears, right?
True. What'd you think about the Eminem halftime show?
What year was that?
That was like 2 years ago.
Was that with all the old artists?
It was
Like
Eminem,
everybody?
Dr. Dre, Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg, and Kendrick.
That's one of the
50
most
Cent.
viewed Super Bowls ever.
Is it? Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
like that one a lot more than this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't love that one to start with, but this one,
I didn't love that one either, to be honest.
I felt like this one sucked.
I
Sorry.
thought they were
Sorry,
both
everyone
about
that
the
likes
same
Kendrick.
quality.
I don't like rap. I'm sorry. Hate me all you want. So I don't know Kendrick Lamar's music. I couldn't hear him. I'm gonna sound like an old grandpa right now, but I am the viewer of the pretty much 80% of the population watching this that doesn't listen to Kendrick Lamar, and that we're just like, hey, this wasn't entertaining, even if I didn't know their music. Like it wasn't entertaining until SZA started singing, and then I could hear her sing, and she sang great, and it was fine. I got how like they did like very simple. I didn't hate like the simple theme of him just doing his thing, just some dances in the back, nothing too crazy.
And Serena
But, like-
Williams pulled up and crip walked.
Yeah, that was crazy. Everyone at the party was like, was that Serena Williams? Like it was so brief. But for the general public, I think that this was a bad Super Bowl halftime show because you couldn't just like not know it and enjoy it. So it was a dub. It was definitely mid at best, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
All right. Fun fact, I read online that Serena Williams' sister died to a shooting from a Crip-affiliated gang, and she Crip walked at the Super Bowl. So that's crazy.
How many sisters does she have?
I just heard that. It could be entirely fake.
Okay, because her other sister is very famous, and her name is Venus Williams, and I don't think she's passed
Sister
away.
shooting.
Yeah, Yetunde
Yep.
Price.
Yep.
Wow. They really like their fancy names. Serena, Venus, Yetunde. That's sick.
Huh.
She's got a whole Wikipedia page.
Yeah, so I thought that was crazy reading that.
Yeah, she was killed by 2 members of the Compton Creek Street Gang. But to be honest, Crip walking isn't super gang affiliated these days. I feel
That's a
like
good
if you're
point.
doing the Super Bowl. But yeah, funny, interesting coincidence there.
Dubber Flub. Eagles will never have this many people rooting for them in a Super Bowl again. Yeah, probably dub. Unless
They will never.
What about
I
the
don't
Chiefs?
know who
Eagles.
they would
Chiefs
be
Eagles next
against.
year. What happens?
Eagles.
I think it'd be more split. I think it
True.
would be
It would
split
be
because
more
people don't
split.
care as much
Okay.
now. This year was literally
Yeah.
every single person was either a Chiefs fan or they wanted the Eagles to win, and that was pretty much 100% of the fans watching.
I agree with
That
that.
actually
There were some Commanders
cared.
fans that were butthurt.
Yeah, they can kick rocks. Like, I mean, the Eagles. Everyone wanted the Eagles to win, besides the Chiefs fans, and that will never happen again because people don't like the Eagles. All right, that is a very well-known thing.
That's me. I don't like the Eagles.
I don't like the Eagles. I was wholeheartedly cheering for the Eagles, and I hate myself for it, but had to be done. Okay, going forward, I don't know who I'd pick because it's again the evil. Let's just not have this cursed matchup ever again. I might even choose the fucking Cowboys over the Eagles. Like, I don't know. It's even the Ravens. But
Tim
Dumb.
didn't acknowledge what you just said.
Sorry, I was just locked in learning how Serena Williams' sister died. I just got like sucked into the Wikipedia hole.
Well, Tim, he was saying he's like, I might need to become a Cowboys fan even. Shit, even a Ravens fan.
To what?
make
You
the
know?
Eagles not win.
Yeah, combat the villainy.
Not that the Cowboys and the Eagles could be in the Super Bowl, so that one
You can't be a
don't
Ravens
make a lot of
fan, sorry.
sense. But
We're not
You
accepting.
can't, we don't accept
Yeah.
you.
No.
You're not part of the
We're
flock.
not accepting of people like you.
oh,
I
Hey,
hate you
Tim.
because you look different.
I hate you because you're from a different neighborhood. I'm gonna say I would say it's probably a dub because it was definitely majority for that Eagles. Double flub. Travis Kelce is washed and will retire. Probably not washed. Probably will retire.
Definitely washed. Definitely will retire.
That game, dude.
He
That's
didn't
like
have a good season.
he
It's
was
only gonna get worse
one
if
of
he
the
gets-
two
if he
reasons why they are
plays.
winning games
He's washed.
this season.
He's
The
already got
Chiefs
so
had-
much other
Chiefs had fucking
shit set
nobody.
up now.
She said, "Fucking nobody." It was just Mahomes and Patrick,
Xavier Worthy was kind of clutch in that game.
okay. Xavier Worthy was good.
Mahomes and Patrick.
Sorry, I meant Mahomes and Kelce. Those were the two carries for the Chiefs this year. That game, Mahomes could. Kelce had one drop where I was like, okay, that's on him. There was 3 throws that were fucking trash from Mahomes to Kelce.
I just view it as prime Kelce would not have let that game go down that way for the offense.
Well, you're correct. Prime Kelce would have
So,
been
he's
bitching out the
washed.
refs for bad calls. So,
He's washed. He's washed, and he's going to retire because he's just going to tour with Taylor Swift for the rest of his life. So, and do a podcast once a week.
that's true.
He's got too many good things going on outside of football. He just don't care anymore.
He's on these like fucking shitty Amazon quiz shows, you know. Like he's not locked in, you know. You can't say that when
He's not locked
talking
in.
about.
Hear
He's
me
on
out.
FaceTime with
Jason
don't-
Kelce unretires, and Travis Kelce retires, but then unretires with his brother, and they go play somewhere, some new team together.
I saw
Random.
Jason Kelce. It's not really related at all. I don't think that's gonna fucking happen, Caleb. That's
No,
fucking
no.
insane. But Jason Kelce's wife was like, I've really thought about it. Even if Jason went to another team that wasn't the Eagles, I don't think I could support that team. I would support Jason, but I can't support another team that isn't the Eagles. Like, she's a die-hard Eagles fan.
They grew up. I think they're both from Philadelphia too.
Oh, okay.
That's where Jason, I think, is from. Unless I could be just so wrong right now, but yeah.
Tim, what are your thoughts? You think he's washed? Think he will return?
Yeah, no, I think he should retire. I think he's definitely washed, and it's only going to get worse, and it's not going to get better. If he won the Super Bowl, it would be the easiest exit ever. But he lost, so the only reason he would come back is if he feels spurred by that. But I think he should just take the
it's
graceful
just like
exit.
Jason, though.
Leave the football before the football leaves.
Leaving
you.
right before they win. It's tough.
I'm actually with Tim here. I'm going to change my take. I think this is a flub purely because, yes, Travis Kelce is washed, but I feel like this loss spurs him back to.
For worse.
He wants to win one more.
For worse, of course. It spurs him for worse because he's washed.
Yes. Of course.
And then there will be the Chiefs fans having the murdering of Mark Andrews type discussions on their podcasts. As
There's
Tim
no
had
way.
on this one.
There's no way.
Moving on. Dubber Flub. Andy Reid will be back for another season. I know we talked about this, but this post Super Bowl loss, what do you guys think? I think he'll be back. Easy. How long?
He did say he'd be back.
Well, I guess this is a really easy Dubber Flub.
Dumb. It's a
Dub,
great.
he'll be back. He'll be back for
Chiefs
the
will
next
continue
5
to be
years at
good.
least.
I would say at least 3 minimum.
I could see at least.
He's a
3,
great
too.
coach. He's the lovable coach. I hate the Chiefs, but I don't hate Andy Reid. So
I kind of dislike him. He's got an annoying face.
He's
Yeah,
got a
fuck that face.
cheeseburger-shaped face. I hate it. That's a joke. Dubber Flub, Nick Sirianni deserves his flowers.
Yeah, Dub. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
I gotta eat my fucking words right now. Members of the media, members of this podcast hated on Nick Sirianni a lot this year, including me. I pretty much said for 5 weeks straight that the Eagles were gonna explode and blow up because their coach was a fucking psychotic idiot.
Okay, I never said that. So
I'm pretty much talking about myself. This is hand up moment. After he was yelling at the fans, I truthfully thought that he was
True.
going crazy.
There was that dumb shit.
And that they were cooked. And the Eagles still had a lot of dumb shit happening on their team throughout the end of the year and the playoffs. But
locker room drama.
I mean, his team has been good since he started coaching them. One Super Bowl win, one Super Bowl loss. He gets results. I don't think he's the best coach out there. I don't think he makes the best game decisions ever. But they win, and they won a Super Bowl. So he's got one thing over my entire organization's history already. So good on him.
I think a good way to look at it, right, is if they lost the Super Bowl, he's the prime suspect of firing, right? Because of all the shit that happened this year, right? But you can't say this without saying that, right? So since they didn't lose and they won, you can't say, oh, well, he had no influence on that. He doesn't get any of the credit. But if they lost, he's the whole reason. That's not how this works. It's, there's two sides to this coin, right? So he gets his flowers. He led them through Super Bowl. He rallied the guys. They clearly like him. The Gatorade pouring. Everybody was hyped up.
Before the 2-minute warning, that was crazy. Before the 2-minute warning, that was honestly the craziest part.
I live for that type of pettiness. You know what I mean?
Like I know the game was over, but like it was like 3 minutes left or something like that. And they're like, "All right, time for the Gatorade."
Why don't the coaches simply look for their players about to dump Gatorade so they don't get drenched?
I think they want it. It's a thing, It's like a it's like a tradition.
Tim, it's like Christmas.
I don't understand.
You can't get out of bed till Santa delivers. You gotta
grab Santa Claus. I know that one. Okay, I get it.
Why don't they grab the headset off him before they drench the fuck out of him? I don't know.
Because it's a $40 headset. Like,
I don't know.
You call up the Eagles organization and ask them how much they lost from Nick Sirianni's headset getting drenched with Gatorade.
I know they don't care. Just saying, like, if we're talking about the logistics of it, All
right, can I tell you guys the dumbest joke that I loved after the Super Bowl? It said all the kids in Africa confused by the getting Chiefs 3-peat t-shirts after the 49ers Eagles just won the last 2 Super Bowls.
That's so messed up.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Dubber Flub, Patrick Mahomes' deal with the devil will come to haunt him in the years to come.
What?
This is like our annual talking about the blood witch magic that Chiefs have. I didn't think this would come up after they didn't win. But here we are.
Fuck.
I'm gonna say Flub, and I'm gonna let Caden say whatever he wants to say.
Clearly, Caden needs his podium again, so we'll hand the mic over.
Well, all I'm gonna say is clearly the potions failed, the magic failed, or the refs didn't get their check. Something went through wrong, right? So
I saw some witches on the Eagles' turf with some pinfish balls. So
are you serious?
Yeah, maybe
the Eagles
Philly.
are casting counter spells. That's what happened.
I think the Eagles fans learned to read.
Oh my god!
They checked out they stole some books from the library about casting spells.
They definitely didn't learn to read.
And they came to Jalen Hurts' defense.
That story is made up because they did not learn to read.
Dude, what are you talking about? They see AJ Brown reading,
E-A-G-E-L-S.
and they're like, oh my god, our superstar, he's reading. I want to be like him. So they learn to read, Caleb. It's not that far fetched.
That's what it was.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
So yes,
All right.
he will be haunted. He will dream about Cooper DeJean absolutely destroying him. Nightmares, of course.
Not a safety. Not a safety.
Cooper DeJean.
So yeah, everybody unanimous dub there. Thanks. All moving on. Dubber Flub, NFL scorer bug.
This
Dubber
probably should have been the
Flub.
first thing we talked about, to be honest.
We should have, but it's okay.
We're an hour 15 and talk about the score bug. I hated that thing. It was Dookie Dog.
Well,
ugly.
I was stunned when the game starts and they brought it up, and I literally was like, "Is this real?" We were watching it on like Tubi or some bullshit that like wasn't the main broadcast.
yeah,
And we're like, "Oh, maybe our broadcast is like, yeah, maybe this is the wrong score bug." And then I went to Twitter and it was like everyone was like, "What in God's name am I looking at?"
It's way too minimalist. It feels like a shitty minimalist design they would have released like 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like we've been moving away from minimalist score bugs. And it comes right back in the ugliest, boldest, emptiest. I hated the emptiness.
There's not even a logo.
Outline. No
Where's
box
the logo
or outline?
for Fox
Oh my god.
or anything?
Yeah.
Or
it was horrendous.
They used the
just
Fortnite
no life
font
to it.
with like white text and no
The Fortnite
outline on the
font.
text.
They went into fucking word art and made that. Like, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
It was
fed
gross.
up.
The memes, the memes online.
The Super Bowl ones, they're unique, right? They don't. It's not like NBC's going to use that next year.
No. Fox, I think, said that they will be using that as their score bug moving forward.
That's what I was worried about.
Gross.
I think sometimes they use the Super Bowl to debut the next season's score bug.
That's so gross. Like they can veto that. They have time to change. Okay.
Yeah, where the fuck are my zoomers in there that are like
Fox's score bug? Okay.
It was insane. I don't get it. Why we're going back in time and like worse, but it took me a while to realize that it was real. I was like, this is some bullshit.
It was
living
laughable.
in disbelief.
It almost made me want to boycott the Super Bowl before it even started. Like,
as it started.
I was like, I can't watch this.
All right. That concludes the Dubber Flub segment. Of course, there's no league thoughts to look forward to because the season is done.
There's one thing. Instead of league thoughts, it's just league prayers for Philadelphia.
Yeah, our heart goes out to everybody in Philadelphia.
Heart goes out to you. I'm sorry for all the damage. Probably people got shot, stabbed. A lot of different things happened because they won the Super Bowl.
Light poles are down all over the
Let's be
city.
honest, this would have happened even if they lost.
Yeah, the Eagles making the Super Bowl is probably the worst fucking thing ever that could happen.
The mayor begging for people not to climb things.
Regardless of win or lose, they're going to tear the town up, which is insane. But...
the illusion of free choice, will you?
So, yeah, no league thoughts this week, just league prayers. League prayers.
League prayers.
Yes.
Of course, looking forward, we have our announcement for the end of the season. This will be the last episode for now. We will, pretty sure, we have decided that we will get together before and post draft, talk about what happened, what we think will happen, our rating on the draft before going in to the season. This is all subject to change, of course.
Yeah.
But that's our plan.
Well, we'll tell you when we post. So just check for it.
Check.
It'll
Look
be
for
some
the
good
Twitter. Look for our
look for the
insane
Twitter.
tweets.
Check your subscription box.
Tim is our.
Be sure to have the Twitter.
I'll be
Twitter
nailing
man.
some stuff out there.
Yep.
You know I love tweeting about the off season.
Yep. That's true. Make sure
the
to watch out.
draft is
Tim's
not
going to post more toe pics. There's already at least one photo out there with it.
Please, no more toe pics.
I forgot about that.
I got some feedback from our fans.
How much they love it, I know.
It was an accident.
I forgot they were up there.
I forgot to crop it. Okay. Jeez.
The NFL draft is April 24th, so got a big break that we're going on for a while, and then summer will be another big break. But we're excited to hit. We're excited for the next football season already. It's just we have to wait. It simply is we have to wait.
All right, I'll go sit in the corner until the next season starts. Because I don't have Lamar Jackson to wake me up on Sundays.
Ain't shit to wake up for. No Lamar.
Is that what I sound like?
Yep, that's you. That's what you sound like on Sunday mornings without Lamar.
Yeah, I'm just sobbing.
Well, everybody, it's been a fun season. I hope you all enjoyed.
Great season.
Come back.
Debut season. Debut.
Come back next year for
the
full season, where we start week 1 and go all the way.
Shit, we'll start preseason. Come on now.
Shit.
Okay, don't get too hasty.
OTAs.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed. We will see you in April. And as always, stay awesome.
Wow.
See ya.
Wow.